Hey, my name is Seb Berthe and let's talk about Bon Voyage. When I climbed Le Voyage flashed last year, I was super psyched about Bon Voyage. I actually tried it just after my attempt on Le Voyage. I spent half an hour on the route, just checking the moves for the first time, and I immediately fell in love with the route. Bon Voyage was basically my first hard climb on gear from the ground, so I tried some hard pitches on the downwall on gears, but the difference is because it's so steep you can't really touch anything, so the fall is not that bad even if you take off the gears while falling. So that was interesting to imagine what would happen if this gear went off or if I fell in that position. So that was a super interesting process, and it adds something to the climb compared to a sport route. A very interesting part was the gear placement. I really had to work on the gear placement to practice it from the static rope, because you need to place this last piece of gear blinded so you don't see how behave the cam into the pockets. So that was really interesting to just practice it and see from below whether the cam was good or not. And it was kind of a bet whether I should keep going or just like slowly take myself into the rope and look at it. But I think it's just a matter of getting used to it, and at some point you feel like you're on bolts, even if it's quite far between the bolts. It was kind of a big goal for this year. Since I tried it last year, I wanted to go back on it, and the idea of doing a 9A trad is a dream come true. Like when I started trad climbing or even when I started climbing, the hardest on gear were like 8Cs or something. So being able to climb now a 9A trad route feels like a bit unreal. I have actually no idea if this route is the hardest trad route in the world, because I only tried this one. If I have to compare with the pitches on the downwall, which for me are really graded hard, for example, you have pitch 10, which is an 8C on gear, like a really thin crack and really physical layback. I would say Bon Voyage is way harder. So yeah, it's hard. I think it's something like 9A, that's for sure. For the future, I don't know. I definitely want to try other hard trad routes. Tribe is definitely in my mind, but maybe more something like Crown Royal in Norway from Fit Whittaker, or Recovery Drink in the same crag. These routes look really amazing, and I think I might struggle quite a lot, because it looks like it's a bit harder in terms of jamming and crack climbing. So it's a challenge I would like to go for. With a few friends and the support of Edelrid, we are working on a film project about Bon Voyage and whole the process. So every attempt and descent were filmed, and we want to do a different kind of story than we usually see on the climbing hard performance. It's gonna be a fiction, so I wouldn't be myself. Like the idea is that I will play another climber, and I will be trying Bon Voyage. That's all I can say for now, but I'm quite excited to see that coming true in the next year. So yeah, stay tuned.